Welcome back, everyone. My name is Echo, and in today's video, we are checking out the Gadgets and Trinkets add-on, which is now available on the Minecraft Marketplace. This was created by PixelBiester, and it introduces enhanced crafting methods and machines to your Minecraft experience. Now, these aren't your standard gadgets and trinkets you've seen before in this community. They are very progression-based and will require long-term gameplay to get the best of the best that the player can unlock. It can be purchased for 990 mine coins, which is $6 US. Let me teach you everything you need to know. I did get early access to today's add-on. It's not a paid promotion. Now, if you are familiar with PixelBiester, they've made more advanced and technical-based add-ons on the Minecraft Marketplace before. This one is the exact same. Now, I am still learning this, and I have a lot to learn. But I'm going to do my best to teach you the very basics, because I'll be honest with you, I don't think their guidebook does a very good job in teaching you how this works. Now, once you do have this installed in your pre-existing world, you are going to be given the main guide. Now, if you do have any feedback or suggestions, the best way to do so is to get in contact with the creators. I would recommend joining their Discord. They do update their add-ons multiple times. They're one of very few marketplace partners that do update their add-ons, so you could be obviously someone who could give input for the next update. Let's get into the starter guide. It says, Gadgets and Trinkets adds over 100 different gadgets and trinkets, allowing for many new skills and abilities. The add-on is split into two distinct parts. Gadgets, which are tools that can perform different tasks and can hold upgrade discs to allow them to perform differently. Trinkets are accessories that, when stored in the trinket satchel, will apply effects and buffs to the player. The very first thing you will need to do is craft a GAD station, which will allow you to then craft items from this add-on. Please check the crafting table for the recipe. In order to make yourself a GAD station, this is the recipe right here. You are going to need 5 oak planks, a crafting table, an iron ingot, 2 pieces of paper. Open up a regular crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable. We can now make ourselves the GAD station. Now, this only has access to limited resources, but they are very important. So we're going to open up the starter guide one more time and scroll down and tap on gadgets. Now, I'm not going to read this information to you. I'm simply going to show you how this works. It's best to request yourself a guide. And when you open this up, it starts to explain how certain things work. Gadgets can be used for a variety of purposes, each offering a solution to a different kind of problem. There is also going to be upgrades as well. On the next page, it now prompts you to make a GAM, Gadget Assembly Machine. So let's do that. In order to do it, you are going to need copper and you're going to need crafters. Inside of this machine, open it up, put the crafters in the middle. These all go around the outside, and you are going to need a total of 6. Again, if you've checked out any of PixelBiester's stuff before, it's not just one and it works. You need to actually assemble this into a machine. So this one is going to require 6 of these. Once you see that kind of animation happen, this is now functional. Now think of this as like a crafting grid. Obviously, in a regular crafting table, we have 9. In this, we only have 6. Now, up until this point, the guidebook was doing a very good job in explaining the progression very slowly. After that, it starts teaching you about the upgrade puncher. But this is kind of irrelevant until later on. Regardless, we are actually going to make this, but it's not going to be functional just yet. In order to make this, these are your needed items. Open up the GAD station and you're able to make the upgrade puncher. Place this down. Right now, it doesn't necessarily matter, but as a heads up, later on, you are going to need yourself a wrench. The wrench is going to be used to basically extract these upgrades. And those upgrades all start with a blank one. So you are going to need paper, quartz, and redstone. This will allow you to make the upgrade disc, the blank one. This goes on here, and then we do have to input 3 separate items or 2 other items and then combine them together. But again, it's currently irrelevant. We'll get into that in a second. After that, it then shows you how to make yourself a grappling hook. So we're kind of back on track here. Now, this was really simple and easy to understand. It says Grappling Hook, activate to shoot a hook that attaches to surfaces and pulls you along. There is going to be special upgrades for these, which they do work in a very, very nice way. So what we'll do here is we'll make our first one. And again, keep an eye on the recipes here. So in order to make this, it's going to be plank, plank, iron, iron, and then it's going to be the tripwire hook. Like I said, it basically acts like a crafting table. Go ahead and activate this. It's going to crush it all together, combine it together, and the outcome is going to be the grappling hook, which we can, well, let's try this a little bit better. There, and if we crouch, it basically takes you there. Now, this is the very basic one. Like I said, it does come with upgrade templates, which will make this so much better. And the way they work is basically it's a bundle. The weapon is a bundle where you can store these upgrades in. The way they did this is genius. However, this is where things become a little bit more confusing. On the next page, we have the bridge builder, but it actually requires items that I have no idea how to obtain. Now, in order to obtain these, we're just going to skip ahead towards the back of the page, and it basically shows you the upgrade discs, which can be used for your weapons, but we need to figure out what we need to kill in order to get these items, which I think has to be found inside of the trinkets. Grab yourself the book here, open up this, then go to this page right here, and it explains how to get certain items. So the top one gives you immunity and has an 8% drop chance from a cave spider. We have the instant Nutra pellets. This can be dropped by a zombie. We've then got things like the remedy vial, which is the combination of both of them. I'll explain how that works. So you have to go back and forth. And it started explaining things really easily, and then things got a little bit more confusing. There is a lot of pages here, so rather than me just kind of overwhelming you a little bit, because I got very overwhelmed with this. I'm not a technical person. The creators did give me a world to kind of break it down and explain it to you. So for those of you checking this out for the very first time, these are going to be your most important items. Don't worry about anything else until you have these. Now, these can actually be made inside of this one right here, which is your GAD station. To make yourself the scout scope, this is the recipe right here. You're going to need 4 gold ingots, amethyst shard, and a spyglass. As for the trinket satchel, you need leather, and you're going to need string. And the reason why these are important is think of this as your bundle, and think of this as your pass in order to get all of these drops. Yes, that's exactly how this works. Again, try not to be overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed. This is going to go inside of here. And the reason why I'm going to basically say that is because right here we have a husk. Now, you can get the instant nutrition pellets, which is going to basically prevent any form of hunger and can be dropped by zombie variants. However, you have to have this item in order to get the drops. So if I didn't have this item, and for now what we'll do is we'll put it over here for now and leave it. If I killed like hundreds of these, we would not get the required drops at all. Now, obviously, it did say inside of the guidebook, I think there was like an 8% chance of getting it, because we don't currently have that first technical trinket active. If we put this inside of here and start killing things like husks, you can see on the left-hand side, it starts telling us basically the tiers. Now, by the way, that text shouldn't be there and will probably be removed in a later version. But you see here, we've now got this. Now, as you all know, if I was to summon something like a husk and get hit, I'm hungry, right? You get the hunger effect. If I put this inside of here and get hit, I'm no longer hit with the hunger effect. Now, you can have a total of 4 inside of here, and you can stack these. So from my understanding, if I was to add more of the scout scopes, we have a higher percentage chance of getting the drops. So again, I've given myself 4. If I put 4 inside of here, in fact, what we'll do is I'll split these and put 2 inside of here. So when we kill this, you can see the final tier drop is saying 16. If I was to put another one inside of here, kill this, we go to 24. We put this inside of here. So it should increase the drops. I'm going to double check this. We should have a higher percentage chance of getting these. Although, there we go. We got that there. Anyway, that's how you end up with these special trinkets. Obviously, like I said, you can only have 4 at a time. So I could put one of these inside of here. And of course, put this inside of there. So we're now going to be immune, but we're still going to be eligible to get all of these items. Now, as you can see there, if we wanted to have the protection from poison, we need to kill cave spiders. So if I was to do / summon, and we did a cave spider, we might have to do this a couple of times. But we should get the needed drop eventually. Now, again, it's not a 100% guarantee. And will take you quite some time in certain circumstances. Now, things like this won't be too much of a problem. Because obviously you could just... Wait, I'm going to put these in here and hope that we get a higher drop here. Because... There you go. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, this won't be too much of a problem for the likes of these. Because if you are finding a mine shaft, you can find yourself cave spiders, etc. So, for example, if we wanted to be immune to wither, we need to kill wither skeletons to get this. So we'll kill a couple of these and see how long it takes. But yeah, so now we have this. This is full. So what I'd have to do is take that out, put one inside of there. We've still got 2 spaces. So this can go inside. If I get hit by a skeleton, we do get injured, but we don't get withered. But remember, if you don't have this inside of this, you cannot get any of these. Now, I'll show you guys all of them, and I'll go through these quite slowly, just so you guys can see exactly how they work. But as you do kill mobs, they are going to drop certain things. So these right here are going to be effect immunity. These are going to be applied. So basically, if I was to kill some spiders here, the spider one can give us, I think it's weaving power. But again, they take a little bit of time. So I haven't showed you all of them. I've just tried to show you guys as many of the easier ones as I possibly could. I'm going to stack this up to level 2. Hopefully it gives me the drop we need, which it has, which is this. So I'm then going to take this one back out, put this in here. We now have weaving. This is frog, which would give me a jump boost. So we'd have to kill a couple of frogs here. And again, it's going to take us a little bit of time. But the concept is really cool. And this is just the foundation of this add-on. This is just getting us started. We're going to have to put more inside of there. And don't forget, you can cycle these. So I could take these ones out. And then for the time being, we're going to have these inside of here. We should get a better chance of getting this. Let's see. This one must be really low. Come on. There you go. We managed to get it. So I can then take them out, put this inside of here. We end up with jump boost. Now, they can be stacked, okay? All of them can be stacked. So if I was to grab another one of these, put this inside of here, I believe we end up with jump boost too. And obviously, if you add more, the higher you can jump, so on and so forth. So these are going to be related to combat. If you kill illagers, you get razor wire, which deals more damage. If you were to kill a ravager, you get a dumbbell. If you were to kill an endermite, you get the displacer. If you were to kill a cracked foot, what's that one? I'm not sure what we have to kill to get that one. I apologize. Dream coin is when killing piglins and brutes. And rookie's belt, which gives you increased XP. I like the idea behind this one. So we'll kill a couple of these. I mean, I've got a ton of XP already, so it's not too much of a concern. But yeah, if you wanted to momentarily farm, then obviously the belt is going to be your best friend. And I've got this quite high, so the percentage chance of this might actually be quite low. There you go. We managed to get it. But I then have to take these out and put this inside of here. And then when killing certain mobs, we gain a little bit more XP at a time. There is currently only one mobility option. That is going to be the hydraulic wings. This can be obtained by a breeze. I'm not going to kill it on this occasion. I'm just going to collect it and put it inside of there. It then gives you the ability to double jump. In fact, I could probably do with killing this and seeing how high the double jumps can actually go. So if I was to put all 4 inside of here and start double jumping now, I believe we could be prone to full damage with this now. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So you do jump slightly higher. It's very important to focus on which mob is going to drop which. Feel free to pause the video at any time. Take a screenshot if you need to, just to understand which ones are going to drop which. As for the boss drops, you are going to need a different kind of scope, which is the prophecy scope. Now, like I said, guys, I am still learning this add-on. I found this page, which starts to get into all of the different kinds of scopes. We have the lucky scope. We also have the relic scope and the prophecy scope. enables trinket loots, increases damage, prevents XP gain, enables special trinket loots from bosses, and you'd need all of those items on the bottom left. So you would need a relic scope, you would need the eye, and you would need a... I think that's a spyglass. And the eye, is it that eye? It might actually be that eye. The only problem I have is sometimes when you go off this page, you can kind of lose the page. It kind of starts again. But yeah, this guidebook, which is the Trinkets Guide, will be your best help if you want to tackle the bosses. Now, obviously, this isn't practical having to put 4 inside of here. So this is where the upgrades start to happen. All of those drops that we've started to get can actually be combined into 1, which means you could have 2 in 1, put this inside of here, and you still got 3 extra spaces, but you have 2 extra abilities. We would have to make ourselves a brand new table. This table can be made inside of the GAD. It is gonna be the... where is it? Is it the Tinker? I think it's the Tinker table. Have a quick look inside of here. This is the exact recipe if you wanted to make it. It looks like this, and this is what it looks like from the back. So this is a slot, this is a slot, and this right here is going to be a slot. Now it's time to combine things. So I would like to combine this, which is obtained by cave spiders, and this, which is obtained by killing zombies, husks, and drowns, etc., into 1. So what we need to do is grab both of them items, including a honey bottle as well, by the way. We want to put 1 inside of here, 1 on this side, and the other here. Now, what we need to do is grab ourselves a wrench. So with these items inside, go ahead and tap with a wrench. This is going to go down. This is going to pop up. Now, as it does say here, this is the Remedy Vial, immune to poison and hunger. So basically, it's combined 2 of them together, which means you wouldn't have to have 2 separate types, not these, but the other ones before, and you can put it inside of here. And this is going to provide you with that ability. So if I get hit by this, as you can see here, I no longer have the hunger effect. If we take it out, we do. Put it back in, we don't. And then it gets better and better and better and better. And honestly, you have to work your way all the way up to the best kind of loot. These are all of the combinations you can make for level 2. So Withered plus Wither Skull plus Guardian Eye would give you the Withered Eye. Obsidian Ward, Magma Cream, and Gyroscope would give you Ward Constellation, which would be immune to fire and nausea. Again, there's no point in me showing you every single one because there is that many we need to go through. Like I said, it's available inside of the guidebook. Or, of course, you could go ahead and take some screenshots. Hopefully, the creators do give us a wiki. I will show you some of them, because this is going to be Veteran's Belt, increased bonus XP. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of combining that. And then this one would be Complete Invisibility. Now, remember, some of these, when we have them inside of here, will pop up as an ability on, like, the top right. So I'll show you this, for example. If I was to put 1, 2... and 3 and combine, you will see here that when we apply this to here, we end up with invisibility top right, as you can see. So some of these will show your abilities, others are just there, you don't visibly see them. I'm going through every single one for tier 2. So first ones are classed as tier 1. I would say these are classed as tier 2. The recipes will take you quite some time to get. Winged Pendants, Drake Pendants. Again, some of these I have no idea what they do. What's that one? Increased chance for extra loot. That's pretty cool if you're trying to get Wither Skulls or something. And I would say each and every single one of these pretty much complements each other. Scout Scope plus Rabbit's Foot plus Dream Coin gives you the Lucky Scope. Rookie's Belt plus Cracked Roots would give you Broken Blades, apply Strength, prevent XP. Interesting. So some might actually have technically negative effects. And this is where we get into, let's say, level 3. So rather than having this or this, which is technically 2 in 1, we now get into 3 in 1, right? So we would have the vial, the shard, and the eye. 1, 2, and I think it was the vial, right? Combined. So now we would have 3 in 1, which means you could have 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. You wouldn't have just 4 abilities. You would then have 12. This is technically 12. This is going to be 4 in 1, which would be immune to poison, hunger, wither, and fatigue. And yes, you can see where I'm going with this. There is so many. Let's see if there's any in here that I could possibly show you guys. That's Star. What's that one? Immune to poison, hunger, nausea, dragon hide, immune to wither, fatigue, fall. I'm immune to fall damage. Hold on 1 second here. This one could be quite intriguing. Let's try it. Put this in here. Combine. And then we take this one out. Put this inside of here. Let's go to /TP. This, 200, and this. I'm still going to die. I think we're still going to die here. Nope. Nope, we're not. You get the point on how these are going to work. So yeah, this add-on is going to require a lot of grinding. But again, I like that. And I know some of you that are watching also like the grind. These are not just your standard kind of trinkets we've seen before. They have to be earned. You have to pick the right ones. And if you are checking this out for the first time, you are going to have to start right from the beginning. Now we get into even more advanced kinds of trinkets. These are going to require nether stars. Let's start with the one on the left. Pocket singular, immune to all effects. Effects are the ones the trinkets cover. So on and so forth. There's a couple of different ones you can make there. We have golden lantern, light, ores, XP boost, and loot chance. So I'm not sure if it means a dynamic light, but you know what? We'll give it a try. So we've got a couple of different items here. Now, if you try and put the wrong item in, by the way, it'll basically tell you some things can go in there, some things can't. It will basically say, no, that's the wrong item. That's a good way to test if certain things can go in it. As for the slots, it doesn't technically matter which slots, by the way. So this can go inside of here. If I was to do /time set midnight, yeah, it offers you a dynamic light. That's so useful because your offhand is still free. That's so useful. I like that one. But this one gives a whole bunch of different effects here. Ores, XP boost, and higher loot chance. I thought this one was kind of interesting as well. Tiny asteroid. KB, extra hearts, thorns, and invisibility, apparently. So this one's meant to give you extra hearts. But I don't have those extra hearts. I did notice that. I was trying to use it. This one is extra health. Oh, is that extra health? Yeah, that one says extra hearts. This one says extra health. Technically, I could put both of these in here without any problem. And I do have invisibility. I've never been a fan of the invisibility in Minecraft. Maybe that's just me, but I love the designs they've gone for. This combined with other add-ons would be like the perfect modded and enhanced experience. Typhoon wings. So we've got speed food, conduit, jump as well. Prophecy scope, we did talk about that. Obviously, you do need to craft certain ones before you can get to this. This one, I'm not sure what it says up there. Trying to read it for you guys. Tier 4 trinkets. So these are classed as tier 4. So is that tier 3? I'm guessing so. We've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then these are classed as tier 4. I think the creators have done a very good job with this. And remember, this is gadgets and trinkets. I'm only currently showing you the trinket side of things. But I want to make sure I show you visibly every single possible craftable trinket. A lot of them basically are what we've seen before, just more advanced. Infinity Cube. Grants Flight. Okay, I've not seen this one before. This would require these, which do need the prophecy one. You fly with this, apparently. How? Oh, wow. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, gotta be careful with that, though. That could probably get me killed. And then, obviously, the aim here is to get to these. So there's 4 of these. And technically, all of these... And I will show you the recipes first, because I don't want you guys to miss out here. So these are technically the end goal here, because obviously you can only have 4 trinkets. You would want to get all 4 of these to be obviously god tier here. So this one, for example, says Supernova Lantern. It says End Nova, Ender Pearl Upgrades, Lucky Light, Lantern, Light Ore, Mag, Smell, XP, Loot. I have no idea what they all are. I'm not gonna lie, but I should technically be able to put all of these inside of here, which we should be able to do it no problem, right? I'm not sure if it's that one. We've got 3 inside of there. Which one did I not put in? I honestly have no idea. I have no idea. Was it that one? What color are these? They're red, right? Yeah, so I think it was that one. Yeah, so now I technically have everything. And yeah, you do become like serious god mode. Like, nothing's gonna kill you. Like I said, I don't really like the invisibility. Just because I can never see what I'm doing, technically. But that would be your end goal when it comes to trinkets. I hope this makes sense. So let's focus a little bit more on the gadgets side of things. Now, at the bottom, you are going to see a couple of things. We have hook disc, makes the hook damage enemies. And we also have these special symbols at the bottom. Now, those special symbols are going to be generic upgrades. So we have Breeze, we have the Tesseract, we have, I don't know how to say that one. We have Canned, we have Obsidian, Ender Battery. Basically, certain gadgets can actually be used with these upgrades. It will tell you on the bottom left which one they support. So you are going to have to start to learn the symbols. So now we need to focus on the upgrade puncher. In terms of what can go inside of here, it's going to be located at the back of this page. So we have the upgrade disc, which is Breeze, reduces cooldown. We would need to get ourselves the... Let's try this real quick. I think it's a wind charge. So what we would need to do is grab these 3 items, place in this, and this. Grab ourselves a wrench. This is going to compress it, which is then going to give us the upgrade templates and so on and so forth. So we now have the Breeze one, which could be applied... Let's have a quick look. Could be applied to the bridge builder. And it says exactly what they can do. So this one right here, and I'm going to stay in creative mode so I can quick select a whole bunch of these. So this one is going to be extends reach and power of the hook. This one is going to be extends life before hook despawns. This one is going to be the claw. When hitting mobs, will hurt them and drag towards the player. So how do you actually do this? Well, this is where things are really cool, right? So I can do this and crouch and go over there. So what you can do is put these inside. How cool is that? Now, one of the things you'll notice here is that we couldn't put something like this inside, right? When you can't put something inside, it tells you. It tells you it can't go inside. If I was to do / summon, we'll do a husk here. It brings it towards me. If I was to put it all the way up there, it's going to stay there a little bit longer. They did really well with this grappling hook. I honestly haven't seen too many marketplace partners make a very good grappling hook in my opinion. But I think they did a very good job. The next one here, and this is where we are going to have to go back and forth from different worlds. Or we might get away with it inside of here. This is going to have all of these, but you have to pick and choose what you want to go inside, because you have limited amounts. So it's important to read them. So this one would be Ember blocks to build bridge. Uses Ember. We have adds a guardrail to the bridge. So I want a guardrail, right? I'd definitely like a guardrail. But I'd like to go up here to start off with. And we'll have none inside. I could then build this. It only goes a limited size, as you can see there. But how about now we put a guard bridge on this, right? I want to be extra safe. Useful inside of the nether, most certainly. And then, obviously, you've got Prolong It. You've got Extend. Acceleration. I can't put any more inside of there. So we'll have to wait for this path to disappear. This one goes way further. So, obviously, I know you guys like to play a very similar fashion to me. If you're running fast, you want to kind of do it then. Oh, we failed there. So, you do have to be quite cautious still. But I really like this one. I like the fact that it fades away over time. However... because of the upgrade things that we have inside of this, it's going to stay there for a little bit longer compared to the others. So this one right here is going to be the torch launcher, but you are going to need torches in order for this one to work. So as you can see here, able to fire them, and they do... Oh, that one didn't stick to the wall. Is this one? That one did. Okay, so this one has a couple of different abilities as well. This one has 4. That one says fire, so I'm guessing I could possibly fire this at... a husk. Can do damage, maybe. Yes, it does. It does. That's great. Oh, this one fires blocks. Again, there's a lot of these that I am still learning. This is your gadget side of things. I kind of like that one. That one's pretty cool. What do we have here? This one's going to be portable barrier. I have no idea how this works, but we're going to grab some of these. I think this one... yeah, I think this one literally just gives you a barrier. Put all of these inside. If I was to activate this... ah, this is cool. Okay, so / game mode S. Hold on. I want this one to go away. It fades away. Wait for the husk to see me. Come on. I don't think I can break my way out of this. Yeah, you literally have to wait for this to deteriorate. So obviously, when you have like the prolonged ones, it's going to take much longer. Come on, here we go. So the husk should be able to see me. We can now prevent him from getting inside. I'm going to take all of these out real quick because I think this one's... Yeah, so this one's going to be very short and should deteriorate a lot quicker. But it's a great way if you're in a tough situation. I don't know, like fighting an ender dragon or anything else in Minecraft. This one right here, I believe, is going to be a Snowman-in-a-can, which I believe is meant to shoot projectiles. Yeah. So how do I upgrade him then? Oh, okay. So we have to put these inside. Oh, it places multiple. Oh, wow. So yeah, he's not going to stand a chance with this. I got to remember that you can put things inside of even the ones that you're able to place down. So we have the Shockwaver. Let's summon ourselves a husk. Seems very basic, right? Very, very basic. Let's add some special abilities to this. Come on. There we go. Hold on. I think it just makes it go a lot higher. You can read all about these gadgets inside of your guidebook. I'm going to put this inside of here and move on. This one is going to be Pidgeon Porter. And what this simply does is teleports you, I believe, to your spawn location. This was technically classed as the spawn location in this world. We have the Budget Glider, which can have increased speeds and prolonged. I have no idea how to use this one. Oh, okay. So I'm in creative here. Hold on. How do I use it? Oh, you just have to hold it like this. Okay. So / game mode S. Okay. So if I was to take the abilities out, we should land a little bit slower, as you can see right there. That's actually really cool, though. I like that one. I've always wanted gliders in Minecraft rather than just wings, especially if you're in a brand new world and haven't been to the end. I think that's a really cool one. I like that. Next on our list, we have Bottomless buckets. Needs no introduction here. These are the things that can go inside of this one. Places water and never runs out. Is it like bugged because of these? Is that because it's trying to do lava, maybe? That's why. Okay, so one of the abilities, I think, lets you place lava. That would explain. But if you wanted to just place this, you have to obviously pay attention to what other ones you have here. Okay, that's actually really cool. I like how accurate this stuff is. This one is the watering can. It says watering and earth enhanced device. W.E.E.D fertilizes your crops. This one is Quantum Mirror. Quantum Mirror transforms stone blocks into other stone blocks. That would be this. So if I was to do / give at P and we did stone, it transforms them. Oh. Could be very useful if you're low on a certain kind of item. I haven't seen that kind of thing before. That's really, really cool. What else do we have here? This one is going to be gravity gauntlets. So / summon an iron golem here, because I did see them using this one as an example. He's not attacking me, which is cool. We can put a couple of different ones of these. Oh, we can't put them inside of there. Converts. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, they're different. Oh, okay. That was for the mirror. Sorry. They would convert them into different blocks if you were using the mirror. Hold on. We'll grab that, actually. Oops, I'm messing this whole world up. Let's say we wanted to convert grass into mycelium. This would go inside of here. You cannot transform this block. You may need a mirror disc installed. Oh, wait, what? Mirror disc installed? Do I not have one? Mirror disc. Guess we'll go with this one then. I have no idea. That's just how they're meant to work. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Now I'm messing things up way too much here. This one apparently does... You can do damage with these ones? I don't know which one is going to prioritize here, but we're about to find out. Sorry, Mr. Iron Golem. Okay, so you can pick him up and set him on fire. He ain't gonna like that, though. I'm trying to get him out of there. I like the gauntlet one. We also have jackets. Chest jacket allows you to carry chests by interacting with it. Okay, so chest jacket. It's loaded. So I can pick up a chest, apparently. How do I do it? Okay, apparently not that one. Hold on. Let's try this with a chest out here, because I do have chests that I've kind of used. How do I use this? There you go. We picked up the whole entire chest, and you can place it back down. Oh, this one was already full. Okay, so that's the loaded one. That makes a little bit more sense. So all of my items inside of here, I could pick up with this and be like, you know what? I can't be bothered transferring things one at a time. Boom, done. But you are slow with this. So obviously your special trinkets might actually come into play there. I've been so impressed with this. It took me a little bit of time to learn, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's showing me the custom blocks that you can get. As you can see here, like when they kind of fade away. It took me a while to learn this, and there's still a lot I don't know. But PixelBiester are a fantastic company. They're great people. They always listen. And yeah, I basically had a few issues with learning this, but they helped me out. And if you guys have any problems, feel free to leave some comments or join their Discord. I highly recommend this. I think it's the best gadgets and trinkets we have. Not everybody likes powerful effects, but if you do, at least in this one, you have to earn it. Highly recommend.